Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful ideas in all of business strategy. It's all about figuring out what makes a great company, well, great, for a really, really long time.
So let's just start with the big question, right? Business is a battlefield. New competitors are popping up all the time. So, how is it that some companies stick around for generations and become these household names, while others are just a flash in the pan? What's their secret? Okay, here's the best way to picture this. Imagine a really successful company is a giant castle, and all of its profits, that's the treasure, the gold locked inside. Now, naturally, every other knight and army in the kingdom wants to get their hands on that gold. They are constantly plotting ways to get inside that castle. So, how do you protect a castle full of treasure? You build a moat, right? A huge, deep ditch filled with water that keeps the attackers out. And in business, that exact same idea is called an economic moat. It's some kind of durable advantage that protects a company's profits from all those competitors who want a piece of the action. Now, before we get into how these moats are built, you gotta understand what they're protecting in the first place, that castle of gold. In business, this just means high, steady profits. I mean, think about it. If there's no treasure in the castle, nobody's gonna bother attacking it. You don't need a moat if you've got nothing to protect. So the real question is, how do the best companies build these things? Not all defenses are the same. It turns out the most successful, most durable companies in the world rely on just a handful of very specific strategies. Let's break down the four main types of moats that you'll see out there. These are the big four. You've got share of mind, being the low-cost producer, creating high switching costs, and harnessing network effects. Basically, it comes down to owning real estate in your customer's brain, being the cheapest, making it a total pain to leave you, or building something that gets stronger with every single new user. Let's take a look at each one. First up is share of mind. This is all about branding that is so powerful it becomes an automatic habit. Seriously, think about it. If you're at a restaurant and you want a soda, what's the first word that comes to mind? For billions of us, it's Coke. That mental shortcut is an incredibly powerful moat. The second kind of moat is being the low-cost producer. This one is so simple, it's beautiful. If your business is so efficient that you can offer the exact same thing as your competitors, but for a lower price, you're almost always going to win. Geico is a perfect example. They built a massive empire on this one idea. Our third moat is a bit more subtle, but man, is it powerful. It's called switching costs. This is when a company makes it super inconvenient or just plain expensive to switch over to a rival. And Apple? Well, they are the undisputed masters of this. All your photos, your apps, your music, your messages, it all just works together seamlessly. The thought of leaving that easy ecosystem for something else, it feels like a huge chore. And finally, we have network effects. This is maybe the most powerful moat of the digital age. It's when a product or service literally becomes more valuable to you as more people join. You know, the first person with the telephone had nobody to call. It was useless. But when everyone has one, it changes the world. Every new person makes the network better for everyone already on it. Okay, so we've got our four types of moats. But how can we tell if a moat is a real fortress-level defense or just a shallow little ditch? For that, we turn to the legendary investor Warren Buffett. He came up with this amazing thought experiment to test a moat's real strength. I want you to imagine, just for a second, that someone handed you this, $100 billion, a nearly unlimited war chest, to go after any company you want. Now here's the test. You take that $100 billion, you pick a company, and your single-minded goal is to put them out of business, to destroy them. Could you do it? For most companies out there, the answer is a resounding yes. But for a very special few, the answer is no. And this is what separates a good business from a truly great one. Buffett himself said that even with all that money, he couldn't kill Coca-Cola. Sure, you could build factories and hire an army of salespeople, but you cannot buy what Coke has spent over a century building, a permanent home in the minds of billions of people. That's a real moat. That billion-dollar test really gets to the heart of what a moat is all about: durability. Which leads us to our final and maybe most important insight. If you want to find the strongest moats, the ultimate proof is just time. It's always tempting to get excited about the shiny new thing, right? The hot startup with all the buzz. But so often its moat is fragile, it's unproven. The real strength, the companies with the truly indestructible moats, are the ones that have already stood the test of time.
They've survived recessions, wars, new technologies. They've proven their defenses are for real. So the big takeaway here is really simple. When you're looking for an amazing, long-lasting business, you're not just looking for a cool product or a temporary edge. You are looking for a wide, deep economic moat that has proven it can defend that castle not just for a year, but for decade after decade. And that leaves me with a question for you. Think about a company you really admire or product you use every single day. Now run it through this mental model. What's its moat? Is it the low-cost leader? Does it have network effects? Is it just a huge pain to switch away from them? Or do they simply own a piece of your brain? Go ahead and figure it out. What kind of moat is protecting your favorite company?